My daddy, I tell you, listen, I get excited when I hear my dad sing Here I Am. Man, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you for coming in. My name is Carlos Patrick from the Patricks, and we're going behind the music discussing the making of our record Here I Am from our Legacy album. I hope you enjoy. Please share this video with your family and friends. Come on in, y'all. Here I am. Yeah.
Is anybody here?
Wow, here I am. I get this question a lot. How do you write? How do you produce? How do you put it all together? Different writers and producers have different methodologies of how they put their records together. But for Here I Am, there's a gumbo that I'm making. There's a stew that I'm making. There's a pot of soup that I'm making. So when I'm building this song, starting from the foundation, which is the drums, when I'm in production, I'm producing the drums. Then I go to the bass. I use a Korg bass synthesizer for the bass. At the time, I was inspired by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They recorded many records for Janet Jackson, but this particular album that I was listening to at the time, I just loved the way their bass was so colorful and moving. So I patterned myself after Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's production. So after that, we built the record from drums to bass, then keyboards and strings. McKinley Jackson was a composer for Marvin Gaye in the late 80s.
I want to thank Mr. Harvey Fuqua, Mr. Gordon Banks, Mr. McKinley Jackson, my whole orchestra, Mr. George.
So I decided to compose the strings the way I thought McKinley Jackson would compose the strings. So the last instrument we recorded was guitar. Adam Warren, a phenomenal, Adam is legendary. Wayne Shorter. Wayne is another brilliant guitar player. Wayne just put the icing on the cake.
We don't share one another, but God.
So now the record is done. So going back to the origins of the record, when I was starting with the bass, the strings, and the keyboards. Next was the background vocals. So when I'm thinking about background vocals, when this song kicks off, Here I Am, you hear a certain style of music. What I did was I went back to the 1950s. Doo-wop was very popular in the 1950s. These groups, these guys and young ladies, they would get together and sing this certain style of music called doo-wop. So the first group that pops in mind is Harvey Fuqua and the Moonglows. You see a young teenage guy right there, and his name is Marvin Gaye. Yes, Marvin Gaye started with Harvey Fuqua and the Moonglows. So this style of music that you hear, that was doo-wop. So the goal was to keep the quartet music as genuine to quartet as possible, just sprinkling these ideas that I had in my head and to complete the whole process. So we have the music and we have the singing, myself. Jermaine Jordan came in. At the time I was teaching Jermaine doo-wop and blow harmony. Blow harmony is a certain technique of singing as well. The Bee Gees, when you listen to their voice, you can hear the blow harmony come out, and they're just geniuses at that. So now we have the music, we have the background. Now, while we're making this stew, we're making this gumbo, now we want to bring in the lead singer, and my dad is the lead singer who put the oil. I'm talking about the anointing. He put it in the gumbo, he put it in that soup, he put it in that stew, and made this record what it is. So as we're listening to Dad, wow, that's anointing. He came and completed the song in the studio, and the rest is really history. I just want to share with you my technique when I write music and produce music. We started with the beat, and then we went to the bass synthesizer on the Korg keyboard. Then we went to the organs and the keys. Now I want to not forget to mention that I recorded Korg organs as well as Hammond B3. So there's two different organs that you hear. And going back to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, There was another record that they produced for Janet Jackson, and I used the same style of organ that they used for that record as well. So we used the chord organ, and then we recorded the Hammond at an actual church. We sing under the anointing of God, and our message is, here I am. It's a prayer. Here I am, dear Lord, I need you. And we know that there's some out there listening to this right now that need God. So we wanted to share the making of the music, hoping that you would find it interesting, some of the methods that we use to put this song together. Here I Am is my favorite. Here I Am, I'm gonna listen to it some more. Listen to it some more. Wow. Sometimes I listen to the song over and over and over. God bless you, we love you. Peace.